So to recap, we've created our scenes, we created our intro layer, we created a button that'll take us to level 1. On level 1, you will find your clickable object, which is a movie clip that has a button on the first frame, and that button has these codes on it: on press, go to and play 2, and underscore root.score plus equals 1, which then affects the dynamic text that we created called score, and also has a variable of score. So now what we want to do is we want to make it kind of a game. Right now you open it up and the ball just sits there. So let's make it move. The problem is I don't want to add a tween, so we're going to do it with code. So what I need you to do is go back out to the main timeline on level 1. I can either click on level 1 or click on the little arrow. Either one will take it. But we want to make sure we don't see the button anymore. We want to make sure we don't see the animation of it exploding anymore. We just want to see level 1. I'm going to select the object. Just click it once. Don't double click or else that'll open it up. We don't want to do that. We just want to have it selected. And we're going to go to on clip event, enter frame. And if you remember from last time, what on clip event enter frame means just automatically do this. So I want it to automatically find this. So I'm going to type in THIS, and that's the current object selected. This dot underscore x minus equals 10. And what that'll do is every time it enters a new frame, if we're running at 24 frames per second, every 24th of a second, it's going to find the current location of this object. It's going to subtract 10 from its current x-axis, which means it's going to take off running to the left. So if I hit Command Return, we have to start the game, and the ball goes. You saw it just take off on me, and then I have to click it. The problem is that it just kind of keeps going. So what I needed to do is I needed to pop back up on the right-hand side so I can take another crack at it. So I'm going to go to the code that we just created, and I'm going to hit Return. I'm going to use an if statement. If, parenthesis, this dot underscore x less than equal to 0, close bracket. So what I have right now is if this dot x, or the x position of this, is less than 0, which means basically it reached the left hand side. I want it to do something. And what I'm going to do is hit open bracket, return this dot underscore x equals 550. That's the width of our stage. So theoretically what will happen is it'll take off running and it'll subtract 10 every 24th of a second. Then if it gets too far to the left, it's going to pick itself up and place it on the right hand side of the screen. So if I hit Command Return, we're going to start the game. You'll see it takes off, but then it reappears. And now I can start trying to click on it. And now we have sort of a game. The only problem is I know where it's going to appear on the left-hand side. So is there a way that I can make it more random so that it's harder for the user? And the answer is yes, of course. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit Return. So in this same if statement, if it goes too far to the left, first thing it's going to do is going to pick it up and move it to the right-hand side. But the second thing I'm going to have it do is this dot underscore y, so it's the y-axis, meaning up and down, equals random, R-A-N-D-O-M, parenthesis. The height of our stage is 400, so we're going to put in 400. So what it will do is it'll pick it up from the left-hand side, move it to the right-hand side, but then it'll randomly select where it's going to show up, either the top, the bottom, the middle. So if I hit Command Return and we start our game, you'll see it takes off. Now it's up here, and then now it'll just randomly pick positions, and now you kind of have a difficult game. What's neat about this is that now there's a movie clip with this code on it. I can actually take this object and paste it and copy it. And so now I have one here, and I have one down here, and if I hit Command Return, now I have 3 different targets, and they're popping up all over the place. And now the viewer has to try to get them. And it looks like there's lots and lots of green circles when we know there's actually only 3, and they just keep repeating themselves over and over again. In the next video, I'm going to show you how to make them get destroyed and then stay destroyed, but then have them reemerge on the right-hand side anyway.